NHL referee Steve Kozari was stretchered off of the ice on Saturday afternoon after a concerning scene where he struck the back of his head on the ice and likely sustained a significant concussion at a minimum. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Dr. Stephen Wilson, and in this video we'll go through what happened on Saturday afternoon. We'll go to the scene here. Here's the replay from Saturday afternoon. This is from Pittsburgh. Tampa is playing the Penguins in Pittsburgh, and the play is in the Pittsburgh zone, but what we want to pay attention to here is near the center of the ice, near the logo of the Penguins. What we're watching here is the player in the white, that's Tampa Bay's Hayden Fleury. He's skating towards the center of the ice at the same time as the NHL official. Referee Steve Kozari is also skating towards the center of the ice. When they are both skating towards each other, they are looking at the play, not towards each other. So this ends up being a bit of a blindside hit. So when we roll the clip, there's the impact. Both of them do not see it coming. We see referee Steve Kozari there making impact, and then he falls backwards onto his back. His torso makes contact with the ice surface first, and then his neck acts as almost like a whipping effect, and then the back of his head strikes the hard surface of the ice. You know, when we talk about a concussion, often we think it's usually caused by perhaps say one single blow to the front of your face, but the mechanism of what causes a concussion to occur is actually the stopping of your brain inside of your skull. So in this instant here, we see Kozari going down onto his back, the back of his head whipping down and striking the hard ice surface. So his head is actually coming down and accelerating down towards the ice surface. When it makes contact, it comes to a very, very abrupt stop. And it's that abrupt stop, that's the mechanism there. Inside of his skull, his brain is, being held in a nice soft bath of cerebrospinal fluid. And when his skull abruptly stops, his brain is still traveling at that same speed, and then it makes impact with the inside of his skull. And it's that impact that causes the electrical circuits of your brain to depolarize, therefore setting off the cascade of events that leads to the symptoms of a concussion. So if we bring the replay back, we'll watch that in full motion here. There's the impact, and Kozari is down, and Fleury is down as well. Now, yes, there was impact between Fleury and Kozari as well. Perhaps their heads did connect. From this vantage point, I'm not sure. Perhaps it did happen, but definitely there was a lot of impact as the back of Kozari's head strikes the ice. When we roll forward here, immediately ESPN goes to Kozari already on the spine board, and he's already on the stretcher near the center of the ice here. So when officials responded to Kozari on the ice, they would have responded because it was reported that Kozari had momentarily lost consciousness. Now, I don't know how long momentary actually is. Was this a few seconds? Was it more than that? Either way, it was recognized that Kozari was unconscious on the ice, and when a player or an official is in distress like that, they will call for the stretcher and the spine board to be brought out. And they do that because Kozari was not able to fully or to partially participate in his evaluation on the ice. If he has an altered level of consciousness, he cannot accurately communicate what he is feeling. Does he have numbness? Does he have tingling? Does he have pain? He cannot communicate that to the medical personnel. So the medical personnel will err on the side of caution. They don't know if he has a cervical spine injury or not. And if they cannot rule out a cervical spine injury, out will come the stretcher and the spine board. They will not help Kozari up off the ice. They won't give him a hand. They won't help him up from behind. He will lay motionless on the ice. They will immobilize his neck in a, it's called a C-clamp, and they will partially roll him to get him onto the spine board, and then the cervical collar. As we can see in the frame here, his helmet is still on. They are checking his hands. It's very positive here. Kozari is able to move his hands. That is an excellent sign. He does have at least some partial motor control. Very, very positive. Yes, this scene is concerning, but it is positive to see Kozari being able to move his hands, and hopefully he will make a full recovery. Take care.